Welcome back to Investing Talk Podcast. Today, we are taking a close look at D-Wave Quantum. This company has been making some serious waves in the quantum computing sector. It's a space known for, well, incredible hype, but also huge potential.
It really is. It's a space that forces investors to balance that long-term revolutionary vision with, immediate hard financial realities. And the question that brought us here today is pretty specific. Is D-Wave Quantum actually a good time to buy right now? Or is this maybe just another speculative bubble? We're leveraging a stack of recent sources, financial data, market chatter, basically everything up to today, October 4th, 2025. Give you a detailed analysis.
That's exactly our mission. We know there's so much interest in quantum tech right now, and our goal is, frankly, to cut through some of the noise for you. Before we jump in, just a quick note for you, our listener. If there's a specific company you'd like us to analyze in a future segment, please do leave a comment below. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe and like this content. It really helps us keep bringing you these kinds of analyses. Okay, so let's unpack this. We're talking about the crucial 3-month period leading up to, now, October 2025. It seems like it was pretty transformational for D-Wave. What exactly kicked off this major acceleration in all the market excitement this past summer?
Well, it really started with a bang back in July. And interestingly, the catalyst wasn't technical, not at first. It was financial. They secured a significant $400 million at the market equity financing, an ATM raise.
Right, the ATM.
Yeah, and this wasn't just a trickle of funds. It was a sudden, massive injection of capital, immediately stabilized their balance sheet.
$400 million in one go. I mean, that changes everything for a company in such a capital-intensive sector like quantum computing, doesn't it? What was the market's reaction?
Oh, it was instant. Analysts responded almost immediately. Securing that capital, it basically de-risked the company's near-term operational plan in their eyes. So almost right away, we saw major firms jump in. Rosenblatt Securities, Cantor Fitzgerald, they initiated coverage. Buy overweight ratings, respectively. It was a signal that, the smart money now saw D-Wave as having the necessary runway to actually execute its roadmap.
Okay, but money alone doesn't sustain a deep tech company, right?
Yeah.
They needed to show they could actually execute on the technology side. What kind of validation came after this financial boost?
The execution was swift. Also, in July, they formalized a strategic partnership with NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL.
JPL, okay. That's a big name.
Huge name. And this isn't some small consulting project. It's focused on next-gen cryogenic packaging and critically scaling their processors toward that industry benchmark of 100,000 qubits. That's a massive technological leap. It requires really deep, complex engineering support.
That 100,000 qubit goal, I mean, that sounds like the holy grail for scale in this industry. Is this actually feasible, or is it more of a headline designed to impress investors right now? What's your take?
Well, it's a bit of both, probably. It's definitely a goal, a very ambitious one, but partnering with JPL gives it incredible credibility. This move basically tells the market, look, D-Wave is serious about winning the hardware race, specifically for optimization solutions. And the market understood the gravity. By August, Piper Sandler dramatically raised their target price, hiked it from $13 all the way up to $22.
13 to 22, that's quite a jump.
It is, and they cited strong, accelerating uptake of D-Wave's quantum annealing solutions.
So that's powerful validation. It goes beyond just the technical promise, showing real commercial traction.
Absolutely. And as that traction wasn't just confined to North America, August also saw a significant push into the Asia-Pacific region, the APAC region. They held their Qubits Japan 2025 user conference, and they didn't just show up, they showed results. Reported an 83% increase in APAC bookings over the preceding 12 months.
83%, okay.
Yeah. It proves the demand for their specific type of quantum computing, optimization, logistics is genuinely global.
So let's see. We have capital, we have technical validation from JPL, and international expansion showing results. What signals were investors getting in September then, as a result of all this?
September was kind of the payoff month. The stock saw an 11.9% share price gain. Our sources link that directly to renewed AI-driven demand for their quantum annealing technologies.
The AI connection.
Exactly. AI models require ever-increasing optimization, and D-Wave is positioned really perfectly for that niche. Plus, we saw an amazing real-world case study pop up. North Wales police successfully used D-Wave's hybrid quantum systems in a proof-of-technology trial.
Police using quantum. For what?
Resource optimization, and they showed clear performance gains over traditional classical systems.
Okay, that's the real takeaway from this summer then. The company used a big capital raise to fund immediate strategic execution. That translated directly into institutional confidence and, crucially, measurable real-world commercial results. It's like a classic growth engine firing on all cylinders.
Precisely. They took that capital and turned it into tangible proof points.
Yeah,
It moved the narrative from just potential to actual execution.
right. Here's where it gets really interesting for me, though. We've talked about the incredible momentum, but how long does that $400 million actually last them, given the R&D burn rate in this field? Let's shift focus now to the core fundamentals. What's the financial engine really looking like behind this momentum?
Okay, yeah. The financials definitely confirm that high growth, early stage profile. Revenue growth is robust and it's accelerating. Consensus forecasts for 2025 revenue average around $25 million, but then they're expected to soar to $39 million in 2026.
So that's what a 56% year-over-year jump?
Exactly, a substantial jump.
And I saw some sources pointing towards even more aggressive growth scenarios.
They do, yes. The most bullish models predict revenue growth could hit like 183.7% in 2025. That would be driven by faster enterprise adoption and those hybrid solvers really taking off. Now, profitability. Look, net losses are absolutely expected. We have to remember this is a marathon, not a sprint for these quantum companies. Consensus 2025 EPS is forecasted around negative $0.23. But the key takeaway here, I think, is that sequential improvement is anticipated as customer adoption scales up and hopefully gross margins expand.
So they're deliberately sacrificing current profits to grab market share in what could be an explosive sector. That means they're burning cash, obviously. What does the balance sheet look like now, especially after that big raise in July?
Well, the Q1 2025 filing, combined with that July ATM raise, ensures cash and equivalents seem sufficient for their immediate near-term plans. But yes, free cash flow is negative. That is a critical risk factor, no doubt. But it reflects management prioritizing really intense R&D investment and executing their product roadmap. They're pushing towards that next-gen Advantage 2 system specifically. They're not focusing on returning capital right now.
Makes sense.
And the balance sheet leverage is modest, which is good. It gives them some resilience if the market tightens up again.
Okay, let's talk moat. We keep mentioning their specific technology, quantum annealing. For listeners maybe less immersed in quantum mechanics, why D-Wave Quantum over say, the universal gate model competitors like IBM or Google? What's their unique selling point here?
That's actually a crucial distinction. D-Wave isn't trying to build a universal quantum computer, which is, incredibly complex and likely still years away from broad commercial application. D-Wave focuses almost entirely on quantum annealing. You can think of it as specialized hardware. It's designed specifically to solve complex optimization problems.
Like what kind of problems?
Things like logistics, supply chain scheduling, resource allocation, even training some advanced AI models, really complex optimization tasks.
So they built a highly specific hammer for a very common and presumably lucrative nail.
Exactly. A perfect analogy. Their proprietary Advantage system is a first-mover commercial platform in this optimization niche. They have already captured Fortune 500 companies, government agencies as customers. That's creating a real technical and commercial moat. That first-mover status and optimization, combined with their hybrid quantum classical cloud services, it gives them a defensible position that others, frankly, can't easily replicate right now. They have the credibility and the use cases already proven out in the field.
Okay, that makes sense. So what does this all mean for the next few months then? We know the foundation seems stronger now, but investors trade on future expectations, right? What are the immediate identifiable events that are likely to cause some volatility and grab market attention?
Right. Well, we have several known short-term catalysts that are firmly on the calendar. These pretty much guarantee some excitement or at least attention. The most immediate is the Q3 2025 earnings release. That's on October 29th. The market's going to expect high revenue growth, naturally, but maybe more importantly, a transparent update on how that ATM capital is being deployed to accelerate the roadmap.
Okay, so that's the financial check-in. What about market structural things? Movements?
Good question. On November 10th, keep an eye out for the major ETF quantum technology rebalancing. Given all the analyst upgrades and the recent growth spurt, specialized portfolios, those quantum ETFs, they'll likely be forced to adjust their D-Wave exposure. That probably creates upward pressure and certainly volatility.
Interesting. And then institutions.
Yes, then in early December, the institutional holdings disclosure will be released. We are strongly anticipating, based on the summer, a significant increase in institutional stakes. That would reflect the bullish trajectory we've seen.
Okay, so if we connect this to the bigger picture, these known events are going to drive market mechanics, sure. But the speculative elements, the rumors, That's what could truly be explosive if any are confirmed, right? What's the industry chatter investors should be tracking?
Yeah, there's quite a bit of chatter. I'd say there are four major rumors circulating in the sector right now. And look, if any one of these lands, it really changes the investment calculation, potentially dramatically. First, there's strong speculation about targeted M&A activity. Now that they have the funding, the idea is they might acquire smaller, maybe regional companies to speed up commercial scaling and local sales support.
Strategic acquisitions for faster market penetration. Makes sense, given their war chest now. What about partnerships?
That's the second one. Persistent rumors indicate a possible collaboration with a leading cloud platform provider for hybrid quantum services.
Any names being mentioned?
Well, the chatter specifically mentions Amazon AWS Bracket as a potential target platform. But obviously, this is currently unconfirmed speculation. Still, a major cloud partnership like that would instantly legitimize their cloud offering and dramatically expand their addressable market. Huge potential impact.
A major cloud partnership, or M&A. Okay, what's the biggest potential needle mover, though, in terms of technical breakthroughs?
That would be the third rumor. The possibility of an imminent peer-reviewed results publication, one demonstrating substantial speed-up over classical algorithms in, say, logistics or AI. This is the quantum breakthrough publication that, frankly, the entire industry is waiting for from someone. If D-Wave can definitively prove their superiority in a peer-reviewed journal, well, it kind of ends the debate about their commercial viability for optimization, doesn't it?
Right. That would be massive validation. And finally, government money always seems to loom large in these high-tech areas.
Correct. That's the fourth rumor. There are talks, whispers really, regarding potential multi-million-dollar contracts for major government quantum optimization projects starting to land in Europe and Asia specifically. These are typically sticky, recurring contracts. They would provide really valuable long-term revenue stability if they materialize.
Okay, so of those four rumors, M&A, cloud partnership, that breakthrough publication, or big government contracts, which one, if it actually happened, do you think moves the price the most? Like 10x potential?
Oh, without a doubt, the peer-reviewed breakthrough publication. The entire investment case fundamentally rests on proving quantum advantage. The others are great commercial wins, don't get me wrong, but that technical validation is the ultimate gatekeeper to becoming a true blue-chip technology stock in this space.
Got it. That is definitely a loaded 3 months ahead then. Let's transition now and maybe look at the technical analysis and market psychology. Give us the technical view as of today, October 4th, 2025.
Okay, technically, the picture is, well, overwhelmingly bullish right now. D-Wave quantum shares have shown a sharp bullish trajectory since July. It confirms this isn't just a short-term blip, and the price action is supported by surges in volume, which is important. It confirms strong investor accumulation rather than just short-term trading interests driving the moves.
Okay. Where are the key technical levels that investors should be watching on their charts?
Well, the current technical support seems pretty firm in the $15 to $16 range. That's the floor the stock has repeatedly held on pullbacks recently. To the upside, the next resistance target is sitting around $21 to $22. And crucially, the stock is trading above both its 50-day and 200-day moving averages. For investors, this simply suggests the underlying trend is strong and stable. It doesn't look like just a short-term pump.
What about momentum indicators, things like RSI and MACD? Are they signaling that the stock is maybe getting overheated, due for a pullback soon?
Not yet, actually. The Relative Strength Index, the RSI, it remains in a pretty healthy 55 to 68 window, so that confirms sustained upward momentum, but without signaling that the stock is technically overbought right now. And the MCD indicator is also firmly in positive territory, reinforcing that bullish technical case. So, technically speaking, there appears to be room to run here.
Okay, let's talk sentiment then. Because in these high-growth, high-volatility sectors, sentiment can often drive action even more than fundamentals sometimes. What does the institutional and insider activity look like for D-Wave?
Right. Sentiment is key. Analyst consensus is a critical data point here, and it's near perfect. 11 out of 11 analysts covering the stock rate at a strong buy. Average price targets are over $20.
11 out of 11. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty unanimous among the analysts right now. Now, insider confidence looks strong, maybe even more telling. Form 4 filings show senior management were actually purchasing shares in both August and September 2025. When the people running the company are buying their own stock on the open market, that's generally seen as a powerful sign of internal confidence in the near-term future.
That is a strong signal. And are the major institutions, the big money, joining the party too?
Absolutely. Institutional investors have substantially increased their stakes over the past quarter. Current institutional holdings are sitting at all-time highs for D-Wave. This tells us the smart money is accumulating shares, which lends significant long-term support to that positive technical trajectory we just talked about.
Okay, so let's try to synthesize the investment thesis here.
Yeah.
It sounds like D-Wave Quantum is positioned for a potential short-term upside, mainly due to that fresh $400 million in financial backing, accelerating growth forecast, and this strong technical momentum confirming accumulation. It sounds like a strong case for maybe including it in a growth-focused portfolio.
It is a compelling case, yes. But we absolutely must be clear about the inherent risk profile. This sector is early stage. That guarantees volatility, period. R&D requirements are intense, they're costly, and the company is still running negative free cash flow. These factors mean this is definitely not a defensive stock. It's a high-risk, potentially high-reward play that requires, intense monitoring.
Right. So the analysis suggests this stock could be attractive for maybe two different types of investors right now. Those interested in shorter-term trading, trying to capitalize on those imminent catalysts we discussed.
Yes.
And maybe also longer-term investors who want to gain exposure to the whole quantum computing revolution through a company that's already got a commercial foothold, a first-mover advantage in its niche.
I think that's fair. It offers a kind of rare dual appeal right now, really driven by that strong confluence of fresh capital and the technical validation we saw this past quarter.
Okay. As we close out then, here's maybe a final provocative thought for you, the listener, to mull over. The core investment case for D-Wave, as we've discussed, really rests on proving the commercial superiority and optimization problems. So if that rumored peer-reviewed publication actually materializes, or maybe if the anticipated next-generation Advantage 2 system launches soon with dramatically enhanced qubit capacity, what does that actually do to the company's valuation, especially given its current dominance in specific areas like logistics and AI use cases?
Yeah, that breakthrough, that's the linchpin, isn't it? If they achieve validated quantum speedup, published and accepted, D-Wave stops being just a speculative quantum stock. It starts becoming potentially a fundamental infrastructure technology play for optimization. The upside potential, well, in that specific scenario, it's hard to even quantify, could be essentially limitless if they truly crack that code.
Food for thought indeed. Thank you for joining us for this analysis today. We'll catch you next time on Investing Talk Podcast.